Guys, you're welcome again to my channel. So in today's video, let's go on the Gbpjpy. So I want to make the analysis on the Gbpjpy. I'll show you also some analysis on the JPY, that's the Japanese yen index, so you can use it to trade other currencies that is paired with the JPY. And I'll come back to the Gbpjpy to make the full analysis, or to like sum everything up after we're done with the Japanese yen index. We'll come back to the Gbpjpy to sum everything up, and we'll try to look for our entry. Then we'll enter on the Gbpjpy because we can't trade on the Japanese yen index. That's why we are coming back to the Gbpjpy to trade the Gbpjpy. Whatever we see on the Japanese yen index, which is the JPYX, is the inverse of the Gbpjpy. That is, when the JPYX is up, the Gbpjpy is down, and once the JPYX is down, the Gbpjpy will be up. So this is all we'll be looking into in this video. Okay, so here we have the here now is the Gbpjpy. Here on my chart is the Gbpjpy. What we are going to do now is we are going to go on the Japanese yen index, which is the JPY, the Japanese index. We are going to enter into the chart right here, and what we are going to do is we are going to see how the JPYX is moving and whatever the Japanese yen is doing. So if we determine the move of the JPY, we'll come back here and we'll use it on this Gbpjpy. So that's how we are going to do it. We'll just come here to get our entry, but we'll be making most of our analysis on the Japanese yen index. So that's what we are going to do here. So we are going on to the chart here. So this is the JPYX. Here is the JPYX, and I'll clear off my charts. We start here again afresh. So like I said earlier, if once you are bearish on the JPYX here, we are going to be bullish on the Gbpjpy, and once we are bullish here, we are going to be bearish on the Gbpjpy. So all we just want to know is to determine the trend, and as usual, what are we coming here to do first? We are coming to determine the trend. What's the trend of the market here? That's what we are coming to do. We'll know the trend so we can follow the trend. You know what I'm saying? So we can trade along with the trend, because we can't go against the trend. Now what can we see here? I'll go on the line chart. I'll use the line chart to determine my trend on the weekly. So on the weekly here, we can see that we are bullish on the JPYX. So we can see we are bullish, and right now we are on a correction right down here. So bullish on the daily, on the weekly to say. Let's go on the daily. We just want to determine our trend and look for my area of interest, the point of interest. We look for we determine the trend. First we determine the trend, then we'll come to the point of interest. After we come to the point of interest, then we can go down to the 4-hour also to check for our field retracement zone, then our entry, wait for our entry. Once the criteria for our entry is met, then we can go in on a buy or a sell. So this is the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, what can we see here on the daily time frame? So I'm still on the line chart here. So the daily time frame, we can see we have been making some series of lower lows and lower highs. Right from this top here, we have been making a series of lower lows and lower highs. So after the lower lows and the lower highs, you can see the break of structure. The character was changed here. So you can see here, this is the break of the structure. So right now we can say we are bullish on the daily time frame because of the change of structures. So the price of the Japanese yen failed to make a lower high here. So breaking this high. So breaking this high, that's the change of the character. So that's the change of character. So we'll zoom in. I'll zoom in more. And since you know now that we are also bullish on the GBP, we are also bullish on the daily time frame. So we are bullish also on the daily time frame, and the weekly time frame we are bullish. So on the daily time frame, that's where I'm going to look for the point of interest. I'm going to check for the point of interest on the daily time frame, and we are going to use our Fibonacci retracement to to also determine the pullback, the likely reversal point of this pullback, because this is a pullback. So right here I'm going to look for a several touch on the price of the GPYX here, so where we'll have subsequent touch. So I can see that I have a touch here, a touch here, a touch on this zone, and a touch on this zone. So I'll take my line to here, horizontal line. I'll take the horizontal line and I'll mark out here as my point. So that particular zone doesn't have enough points, so I guess here has enough points. Okay, so here has enough points, which we can see it has enough touch here. So this zone also, I'll drag it right here. Okay, so this area right here will be my point of interest. This will be my point of interest. This area here, this will be my point of interest. So since we are bullish, we are looking for any point that we can buy the market, right? So we are bullish, we are looking for a buy opportunity here on the GPYX. On the GPYX, we are looking for any opportunity of a buy. The market should tap back to this zone. That's where I'm anticipating for a buy. So if the market should tap in here, I'm expecting a buy to the upside from this zone, which we can see here. So this is the daily time frame. Let's go to the candlestick and see what we have on the candlestick. So this is the candlestick. So this is the break. This is the candlestick right now. This is our zone, our area of interest, the place which I draw. So the market have tapped in at that particular zone, and we can see there is a rejection there. So on the daily time frame break of structure, this is the daily time frame break of structure. This is the zone particularly that the market turned. So this is the break of structure. This is the change of character on the daily time frame on this particular zone. So that's where the market comes back to retest on. So let's use our Fibonacci tool to also check out what we have here. So these are Fib 2, and I'll be marking out my 51 and my 60% Fib retracement zone. So this is the 51 and the 50 retracement zone. So the 61 and the 50 retracement zone also is in alignment with the change of character of the daily time frame. So let's go now to the 4-hour time frame and see what we have on the 4-hour time frame there. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see also that on the 4-hour time frame we are bullish. We are bullish here on the 4-hour time frame. We can see we are bullish here also on the 4-hour time frame. So all we are looking into this market for now is for a buy opportunity. We are looking for a buy opportunity here on the GBP, on the JPYX, on the Japanese yen index. So we can see after the retracement back to this zone, you can see there is a push right now. So in any of this case right now, we are looking for a buy from this particular zone. So we can also use our Fib retracement zone on the 4-hour time frame to check also to determine the trend of the market. So this is the Fib retracement zone on the 4-hour time frame. So the 4-hour time frame Fib retracement zone also is in alignment. So we'll be waiting now. I'll be waiting for a pullback. So if I should see a pullback right now to maybe this zone again, then I'll go in on a buy on the GBP, on the Japanese yen. So we have said this now, and we can't buy the Japanese yen index. So all I'm going to do right now is to go back to the Gbpjpy and spot an entry there. So we are going to sell. I told you that once this is bullish on the JPYX, the JPYX is bullish. All we are going to see on the Gbpjpy, we are going to see a decline. That's bearish. So we will go on the JPYX, on the Gbpjpy. So once we go on the Gbpjpy right now, all we are going to see So on the Gbpjpy, all we are going to check out now is for a sell. Reasons because we have a buy right now on the JPYX. So we are looking forward to sell on the Gbpjpy. So you can see that's what we are having here. So you can see that's what we are having here. You can see this push on the Japanese yen index. You can see that there is a push to the upside, and on the Gbpjpy you can see that there is a push down to the downside. So this is how it works. It works inverse of themselves. This is the Gbpjpy. So this is the Gbpjpy, and we will be waiting again on the Gbpjpy for a tap in. I'll be waiting for a tap in to this zone, back to this zone. If I should see a tap into this zone, so let me take my fib retracement zone to check out on this also. From here I'm looking for a sell right now because I know. Okay, so this is what it is here. This is my 61 and my 50% fib retracement zone on the 4-hour time frame here on the Gbpjpy. So I'm going to delete this. So if I should see the market taps in this zone right now, all I'm going to do, I'm going to look for a sell. That's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for to sell this market from this zone. So I'll be going on a short from this zone. I'll be going on a short from this zone right here. So I'll be going on a sell. Okay, so on the Gbpjpy, I'll go on a sell right on the Gbpjpy. On the Gbpjpy, I'll go on a sell once I see a tap in back to this zone. So I'm waiting for a tap in back to this zone, this area you can see. So whenever I see a tap in back to this particular zone here on the 4-hour time frame, all I'm going to do, I'm going to sell the market from that zone. So I'll be waiting for this to happen. I guess this is all for this video, and if you have stayed to the end of the video, thank you very much, and please subscribe to my channel and love my videos, like my videos. You can also share to your friends if it's helpful to you. It might be helpful to them also. So guys, I love you. Thanks for staying. Peace.